Hey YouTube, we're back with you guessed it, another YouTube video. And so today we are doing another parallel line series. And I don't know if I made this clear before, but this is my health series. And so we will be talking about health and creativity. And so that's why we have the parallel line series. And I will be doing 10 of the parallel line series. So this is my 4th episode. And so this is the 4th one. So we're going to jump back to the last episode that we did. And so we have this episode. So as you can see, I did a little bit more to the painting. So I did some cursive letters and I also put some stickers here. And so I got the stickers, they're motivational stickers from Amazon. And so you can buy your own motivational stickers from Amazon. And you can write yourself a little love note and put some tape on there and put it on your wall so that every day you can see something positive when you wake up. You can see your artwork and you can also see a little love note that you've written to yourself. And that's very important to start to develop self-love, because when you're looking for relationships, friendships, or even business relationships, you want to be able to show up as your best self. And so the only way you can do that is if you love yourself. And the way you show yourself love is by doing things that you love to do at least once a day. And so that's basically my little nugget of truth for today. Again, we'll start with the canvas paper. And so I got my canvas paper from Michaels. And I have a few left, so maybe 3 more papers left. And so we'll have 3 more canvas papers left. And then we'll move on to other ways that we can paint on different surfaces. And so you know the deal and you know the drill. It is the directions for the parallel lines series painting. And so we are going to do step 1. First, we're going to introduce our colors. So we're going to do a monochromatic painting with purple. And so we have pale violet. Winsor Newton is what I love. I love all of their paints. Then we have Purple Lake, which is watercolor. Then we have Dioxazine Purple, or Violet Dioxazine. So it's kind of a dark purple. And so then we have my little tray. And sometimes I pick these up because they're really cheap. And I mean, you can never have enough paint. And so we will start with the background. Since this is not a lot of purple, we'll use this for the squares. So we'll use the paint that is a lot of purple. So we'll start with the pale violet. And so remember, as I told you before, you don't really have to wet the canvas paper because sometimes it rolls up. And also you can tape it at the top and tape it at the bottom. But the only reason why I haven't taped mine is because I have this little clip right here that holds the paper in place. And so you can get a clipboard, or you can just get a board and just put the tape at the top. And so we will start with putting the paint on here. And remember, you don't need a lot of paint. You just need a pin drop. And then you go as it, then you add more paint as you need it, because you don't want to ever waste paint, you know, especially if you're doing this for health. So let's start. Gliding on really well. Ooh, I guess I should have taped it. And so as you can see that the paper is kind of rolling up a little bit. And so if you need to just add a piece of tape, then go ahead and add the tape that you need. Now, because I like the wash effect, I'm not going to make it really dark, because I probably won't be selling these unless someone asks for it. Okay, let me find some tape because that keeps happening. So we'll just put a little piece of tape at the edge of this. And then always remember that when you do finish this, you have to remove the tape and put more paint there. And so we didn't do step 1 because that was to lightly mist the canvas. And then we went right to step 2, which was to do the background painting. Now, what I've said before is that with this canvas paper, it dries pretty fast. And so for step 3, I usually say 20 to 30 minutes. But because this canvas paper is very light, it dries fast. So it'll probably dry in like 5 or 10 minutes. And so then if you have a fan on, it'll dry faster. So then we'll just come back to step 4, which is the dry test. And we'll move on to step 5. So I will see you in a bit. Bye. Okay, and we're back with step 4, and that is the dry test. You know the deal and you know the drill. Let's go to work. Okay, so it is completely dry. It took about 15 minutes or less. And so now we'll skip on to step 6, which is we will start to put the tape. We will start to do the tape, which some people say this is very satisfying. They like the tape. And so let's get started. So normally with the tape, I like to do 6 across, 6 going straight up and down. And of course, it's all up to you, the way you choose to do your tape, because you can make smaller squares or larger squares. You can even do horizontal diamond shapes. So it's pretty much up to you how you choose to tape off your painting. And so we just make sure that all the tape is down. Since you know we have this little thing holding the paper in place, we gotta lift it up. And so make sure all the tape is flat down, because it does run. Sometimes the paint does run underneath the tape. And if you want to spend a little bit more on your tape, you can get painter's tape. But I got my tape from the dollar store. And you know what? I'm not upset that it runs underneath, because this is just something, this is just a stress technique that I use when I need to have an outlet to be creative. And so I don't let that bother me. But some people are perfectionists, and I am not one to judge. So if that does happen, the best thing for you to do is get the painter's tape. And if you can't get the painter's tape, all you need to do is just lightly go over the underpaint with the background paint. And I'll show you how to do that. I've showed you how to do that in other videos, but if you want to know again, then I'll show you again. So just leave a comment below and let me know if you want me to show you how to do that. And so we are done. We smoothing the tape, making sure everything is good. So we got everything down, ready to go. And so now we get to paint the squares. And that is our iconic squares. And so we'll start with the violet dioxide. And like I've said before, you use a pea size, and you just continue to put more on it. And since I like the wash effect, I don't really put a lot on there. But of course you can make it as dark as you want it to be. But I always call this technique my fun technique, because it's a lot of different techniques you can do with this kind of technique. I keep saying technique, but you get it. And so as you can see, I did leave a little bit of wash effect on there, which I do enjoy to kind of see through the paint. And so the next paint we'll be doing is the Purple Lake. And so this purple is a little bit lighter, which I enjoy. It kind of puts me in the mind of maroon or burgundy, but not like the reddish burgundy, more like a purple burgundy. And this is a painting that you can do also with your kids if they have shown an interest in art. And it's something quick and easy that you can just pop on for them, and you can sit and do it with them as well. And so then we'll do this purple, because I like it so much, on this edge too. Now remember, I like the wash effect, so I'm not actually putting it in the squares like it should be. But if you want to, then you can. Because remember, I just showed you the technique, but you're the artist. You can make the design the way you want it to be. Okay, so remember I showed you these colors, these purples that we have right here. And so we will start with this darker purple, and this should be able to color a lot of it. And these paint cups actually have a lot of paint in them. So it is a good investment to start off with, because I mean, you can never have enough paint. And then this is our last color. It's similar to the background, but it's a little darker. But it's very much similar to the background. And so that is it. Very quick, very easy. And so you know the deal and you know the drill. Back to drying time. Drying time is usually 15 minutes. And remember to always have a fan on in the background. You can have a big fan on, or you can get you a portable fan and just have it sit in front of the painting. And that's just something easy to do. Another tip you can do is basically like blow drying it. Some people blow dry to make the paint dry faster. I'm not gonna blow dry because I really actually don't have anything to do other than do this video, so it's not really important for me to hurry up and make sure the paint is dry. So I can literally just sit here. And so that is really it. Pop on some music for 15 minutes, then come back and we will be doing the dry test. See you soon. So we are back, and you know what time it is. You know the deal and you know the drill. We're going to do the dry test, and we just... Okay, so that was about 15 minutes, and now it is dry. And so now we go on to step 9, which is carefully take off the tape. Now, because this is paper, it can tear. And so you want to be as careful as you can, because you do not want to tear your painting. And so we're just going to start by pulling the tape up lightly. And so I have my finger holding the back of the paper. And so we just pull the tape up lightly. And then we have one more piece of tape. And so again, with this, we start from one end, we hold the paper, and we just lightly, gently remove the tape. And so I can already see that this came out pretty well. And we continue to just hold it. And then I just pulled this up. But I'm still making sure I'm holding it. Because the last thing you want to do is tear your painting. Okay, so everything went well. This is my little paintball. So everything went really well. We see the different swatches of purple. We didn't have a lot of underpainting where the paint actually gets underneath, which is really well. So we did really good by pressing the tape down. Now, what I was saying before, because this looks a little plain, you can use your stickers, your motivational stickers. I have a few. So we have the purple, we got the green, we got the blues, we even got these two colors left. And so we can look for colors that we feel that suits us. So the ones that I will probably pick out, which is you must be present to win. So that's always a good one you can put down to just help you remember that if you choose to win, you always have to show up and be your authentic self. And you always have to participate in something that can help you be a better person. And so then we have another one that says happiness depends on ourselves. And so I like this happiness depends on ourselves because a lot of people rely on someone else to make them happy. But you literally have to rely on yourself to make yourself happy, because if that person is not there, then are you going to fall apart? And that's just not a realistic thought process. And so you have to always make sure you're taking time out for yourself to show up in the best version, to show up as the best version of yourself. And so we have some more, which is cultivate kindness. Now you can put these stickers in any order that you like. I'm just kind of just putting them close to whatever purple that comes up. And then this is a good one. This says creativity takes courage. And that's so true, because when people first start to paint or do anything creative, they actually want it to look really nice, and they want it to look something that they want it to be something they're proud of, something that they can show other people. And so that is always a good idea to have. But when you first start something, you have to show up and say, it may not come out the way I want it, but at least I started somewhere. And then you begin to perfect your craft. And so it is a journey, and it is a process. And so long as you keep at it, like you keep at it at anything, you will get better at it. So practice makes perfect. So we have something else. We have see possibility everywhere. And so that always is a good thing to put on your painting. And it always shows you that even though something can seem like a bad situation, you can see a positive possibility in it. And so that's always just finding the silver lining in every situation that you encounter. And then it says, here's another good one, choose to see the good. And so that goes back into finding the silver lining of a bad situation. You can always see the good in it, and you can always learn from something that has challenged you. And then we have one more, and we will be done. Collect beautiful moments. And so this is exactly what we're doing here. We're collecting beautiful moments. And the reason why I say beautiful moments is because today you took time out of your busy schedule to do something you enjoy doing. You took time out to do an art technique to help reduce your stress. And so these are the first fundamental steps to helping you become a better person, to helping you lower your stress, to helping you figure out different solutions and do a lot of goal setting and problem solving. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed our painting for today. And so I'll show you how it looks. And so this is how it looks. And so remember, you can always add words with it. You can write some things on there. You can type some things on there like we did with our other painting. And that is pretty much it for today. And we are done. So I will see you next week. And we will finish on our healing journey and our creative journey. See you later. Bye.